How do we get rid of our bad reputations? What's the best way to move forward in life? Are we defined by our past? These questions and more will be answered on the Rodney O Podcast. You know, a lot of people know me now from the podcast that I do. I'm going to be doing a YouTube, I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. And it's interesting because my new thing now is I figured out what drives me and what my purpose is. And you can catch my last podcast I did, Discovering Your Purpose. But knowing what drives me is the positivity and motivation and encouragement of people. It's very interesting that it's very strange all of a sudden that a hate message appears in a direct message, a DM on Instagram. And it kind of took me back a little bit. And it kind of got to me for probably about 3 or 4 minutes where I was just thinking of, why is this coming across? Why are they using racial slurs at me, right? And then I get pumped up and energized saying, like, I must be doing something right, because if I'm getting this, if somebody's saying this to me or saying this about me, then they're going out of their way and spending time to be negative for some particular reason. Maybe it's that they want to do what I'm doing. Maybe it's that what I'm doing as far as encouraging and motivating is really throwing something into them where they want to be encouraged or motivated, or maybe they want attention. Maybe they want a mentor or somebody to help them for whatever they are going through. But as I went through this, I understand that discovering who I am and what my purpose is and making my new self, making me somebody who I know I am called on this planet to be, does wonders as I bury the old me and what I used to be. And so there's so many different things about this. You know, if you're a Christian and you understand who your creator is, then this has a whole new purpose as well, and a whole new meaning as well when you decide to follow God and become a new person, a new self, and you're burying your old self. But as I move forward, I want you guys listening to know one thing. Put all your energy into being positive, because that wins out. Now, being negative, being shady, doing things the wrong way, that may pay off in the short term, but it doesn't have long-term benefits. So we got a great show today on the Rodney O Podcast. And if you're listening, you want to stay tuned and you want to tune in and listen very carefully. I have a guest coming on, and we're going to talk about creating our new self by burying our old self. Don't listen to the negativity, guys. Listen to positivity. Spread the word. Thank you for joining the Rodney O Podcast.
I found being positive was the one thing that helped me through. Just creating a new mind, and the way of doing that is writing things down, saying why you value yourself so much.
Hey, this is Chance. My IG tag is at Chance_AK_Phillips. I've overcome addiction and changed my life. However, 2 things I'll never change is my love for God and the Rodney O Podcast, where you can hear stories like mine and other relevant topics. Stay tuned. This is the Rodney O Podcast.
All right, so today on the podcast, we are talking about creating our new self by burying our old selves. And so today I am fortunate enough to be joined by Lewis, all the way from the UK, my first guest from overseas. And so Lewis, his IG tag is Lewis Fitness Gains on Instagram. And how you doing, Lewis?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I know you've wanted to be on the program, on this podcast for quite a while, and I know it's taken me quite a long time to have you on. So it's finally good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be here. It's been something I've wanted to do for quite a while, so I'm glad to have this opportunity.
Yeah, so, you know, today we're talking about creating our new self and trying to encourage people to be a better self, be a better you, be a better them. And so, you know, as I kind of think about that, about creating our new selves, I know there's a lot of things our society says that, you know, has the need for us to create our new selves. You know, people's words get us down. People may say things to us. People, you know, basically, for lack of a better term, haters. There's haters all around us, right? And they have words that get us down and make us feel like less than ourselves. Have you had an experience with any words of hate?
Yeah, see, I've had a couple of experiences throughout my life, ranging from when I was born to my current kind of age now. The one that really stands out for me was being anorexic from age 8 to 11. And for me, that is a memorable kind of experience that I kind of had to overcome and get rid of. Like, for me, I was a kind of just like the normal person in school, and I was like obviously anorexic at the low weight, and everyone else around me was healthy and a good weight, and it kind of disheartened me. It kind of made me upset and made me feel sad. It was like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing to everyone else? And I kind of gave the normal question, why me? Why me? Like, I've heard before, like, why me? But who else do you want it to be? But we all say that, but we still don't accept that it has to happen to someone. And for me, it became really bad when I was 9. I was aged 9 and I was having to go to the hospital every week, every 2 weeks, and whatnot. And like, what they were trying to do to me just wasn't working. Like,
Yeah.
I had a fast metabolism as it is, and I ate and I ate and I ate. I just couldn't put anything on, couldn't put any weight on. So I'm weighing, must be 4 or 5 stone, maybe even lighter than that. I'm trying to think back. Like, it would have been lighter than that when I was 8 and 9. And I let it get to me, and it hit my mind so hard, and it kind of always will be a memory. But like, so when I was 9, they began to give me these shakes, and these shakes were so bad that I still remember to this day sitting in my old house with a shake at the table at 7 a.m. in the morning, getting ready for school, and there's a shake sitting in front of me, and I'm just not wanting to drink it because it's that disgusting, but it's so good for me. And this occurred every day. These shakes, like every day, and they were massive. They were like 500 to 1 litre worth, and I had to drink the whole thing before school. And for me, that was so hard. Like, it was disgusting. It would take me 30, 40 minutes just to finish this, and I felt so low in confidence, so low esteem that it always got me down. I always felt bad about myself. I'd go to school looking at the bigger guys, going, "Why can't I be like them? Why can't I be like this?" Kind of the normal kind of response you kind of get. And I felt disheartened all the time. Like, I'd come home crying now and then. Like, I would look at my body in the mirror and I'd just be like, this is not who I want to be. And for me, kind of coming out of this was when I was 11. Like, I was like, okay, it's time to put an end to this. It's time to become someone I want to be, not someone who I am. So I decided I'm just going to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat until it happens, until I get where I want to get. That's what I did. Literally at this time, I couldn't go to the gym. I was 11. So I decided, you know, if I just keep eating, I've only got a few years till I can go to the gym. For me, that is what I did. So I was age 12, and I was just going into secondary school, obviously. And I wasn't anorexic, and that was the first time I truly felt comfortable with myself. I truly felt alive. I truly felt I'd achieved something. I felt like, you know what, if I can do this and be my mind and get rid of this like horrible old me, then I can do anything. I can achieve anything if I put my mind to it. That's kind of what I did. I've always had a growth mindset. I've always had a motive in me to do well and put your mind to the test. And that it's all come from one of these kind of stories. It's all came from my life experiences. Like, I was 14 and like, me and my friends would talk about going to the gym. Yeah, I've been to the gym with 60, 70 people my age, yet 5 of us are stuck. And for me, that hits hard. It's kind of like, it shows my motive, it shows my passion, it shows my dedication. And this is all from being anorexic. It shows I didn't want to be that person. And it's still to this day, I don't want to be that person that is skinny. I don't want to be that person that gets judged for it. And we all get judged. It's about overcoming that and getting rid of that. It's about becoming someone you're comfortable with and pleased with and proud of. And it doesn't matter what people think of you. You get rid of the old and create a new you that you're proud of. Nothing else matters. No one's opinions matter. Everyone has haters. Everyone will. You can never have 100% people like you. It's just not possible. And the thing that I like about haters is they motivate you to get up in the morning. They make you want to achieve and get on with your day. Like, if I didn't have haters, I don't know if I'd be here right now, where I am right now. I'm not sure, because they fuel me. Their hate fuels me. And it's just a little comment here and there. They've got me. And when I was 8, when I was 9, when I was 10, when I was 11, those comments motivated me. They made me feel down at the time, but when I look back to them, they motivated me to make a change. And I still do. It's all nice and good getting a compliment, but I'd rather sometimes that little bit of hate to take me to the next level, to bring a new inner me, get rid of the old me, and get that new me and become a new person in terms of hungriness and success and wanting a good future. That is kind of what I go for. That's kind of what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person that hides away and isn't proud and doesn't come out of that room and is scared of what people think. I want to be that person that is cocky now and then, but not over the top. Is caring, will be there for people, will do things that others won't. I want to be that person that is unique and stands out. And without hate comments, you won't get that.
Right.
Everyone who is successful now, right from the bottom, right to the top, everyone who has 5K, 2K, 10K, 150K, 1 million, they all get hate comments every week. None of them can not get them. Like, I get them. I'm sure you get them. I'm sure everyone else on the Instagram gets them. Get them.
Yeah, and it's so interesting, just to jump in here real quick. It's interesting because, it's funny because I got one yesterday that was kind of interesting. I said, man, I must be doing something for a hate comment to come through, because normally, people who, throw out the hate, usually there's something within themselves that is not going right, or they're insecure, or there's something that wants to see other people fail rather than other people succeed. Don't you think?
I completely agree with you. Like that's kind of where I wanted to take it. Like, in terms of people that put these hate comments, they would never say it to your face directly.
Right.
The words they say on the screen, they hide behind the screen, and it's because they're jealous. They want what you've got, but they won't admit it. And that is the real thing for me. Like, you've got a great page going, you've got a great people following behind you. Like, all my followers that follow you love you. I love you as a person. Like, you're like huge respect to you and that. And I cannot see why people would hate you other than for jealousy. Like, people want to be like you, yet they're not willing to put the hours you put in. Like, you put hours and hours a day. You get up early. You put the grind in. Like, that is huge respect. Yet people can't see that, and they just want to hate you for it. And nothing you do will ever be good enough for everyone. Nothing ever will be. You can be the best footballer in the world, Messi, Ronaldo, score 50 goals a season. You'd still get hate. Why didn't you score 51? You could be the best boxer in the world. Right. Anthony Joshua, Wilder, whatever. Why didn't you fight this person? You can be the most biggest guy on Instagram, but why aren't you a bit bigger? Or are you taking steroids? You're always going to get hate because people won't accept that you are achieving, that you're actually trying to get somewhere in your life. And that's the biggest thing, like, to be honest.
Yeah. And I think people, that's kind of what stops them is they, people who want to change and make a difference, they listen too much to what other people are saying, and other people will try to keep you in your past. So if they kind of know what's going on in your life in the past, they kind of try to hold you to that and keep you in that. And I think a lot of us have a hard time with trying to overcome our past, because once we overcome our past, we can set ourselves, reinvent ourselves, make ourselves new, and become that new, better person.
I completely agree. I feel as if, especially at a younger age, like, everyone wants to be the same. Everyone wants to be popular. Everyone wants to be the standout kid. Yet no one's willing to work for their dreams. An example is at my school. There's groups of people, and they won't go anywhere without each other. Yeah, there's me. I don't care if I'm by myself. I don't care if I'm with 10 people. I'm doing me, and that is what I'm proud of. I'm proud to stand out. I'd rather stand out than follow the crowd, because once all those people are gone and they're out of their life, then what are they going to do then? They don't know what path to follow. They don't know what to do. They're going to be scared. Whereas with me, with a few of my mates, with people like you, people on Instagram, we want to take our own path. We will embrace everything that comes.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things. I think that's one of the things that people have a hard time doing, is they have a hard time just letting go of either their old friends or things that they used to do. And that's one of the things I learned about myself, because I was one person that always would start something new and always move forward. But, another important thing about moving forward and letting the past go is closing the door on the past. So if there's something going on with old friends, say your goodbye. Say, hey, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to, if it's something negative, I'm not going to go into the negativity anymore. I'm changing my ways, and close the door. I think sometimes if we leave them open, we're bound to look back or go back to our past. But closing the door on our past so that you can put all your energy on what's ahead of you.
Yeah, I think that is an amazing kind of way of putting it, statement. Like, successful people have all got rid of people that were negative in their life, because negative people are going to bring you down in terms of, there's a difference between hate comments and the negativity daily. If your friend does not support you, are they really a friend, or are they just jealous and not wanting you to leave them? And that's the difference. Like, I've packed up lots of friends. I've gone, you know what, if you're going to be like this, I have to go. I want to chase my dreams. And it's hard to do. But after a while, after a week, after a month, you're going to feel better about yourself, because then you don't get up thinking, oh, this person doesn't like what I'm doing. As soon as you have those positive people that motivate you, inspire you, and tell you to keep doing and keep going, then you're going to wake up in the morning feeling worthless and feeling, what am I doing this for? As soon as you have those positive people, you're going to get up and you're going to be like, yes, this day is my day. This year is my year. This week is my week. I'm going to start something new. And that's a good thing about positivity instead of negativity, getting rid of the old and getting the new.
Yep.
There's so many ways of doing it, I think.
Yeah, and that's the key. You just said the key right there. Is the secret to change is to focus all of your energy, but not on fighting the old, but on building up the new. And I think, a lot of people, if they were to follow that and put their energy into that and to making them their new selves, making themselves new, reinventing themselves, going for the positivity, for the motivation, for the encouragement, I think they can let go of the past, keep the past behind them, and make the world a better place.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with that. I think the thing is, there's so many negative people out there that it's hard to find the positive people, because positive people are so fond of getting judged. They're like, they can't take the judgment. I think that's what stops them. And with me, I did used to get judged by my height. Like, another life experience for me to bring the person I am today, to create the talent I have, create the body I have, was my height. I was always the smallest, one of the smallest. I still am one of the smallest. But back then it got me. Being reception at age 4 all the way up to secondary school, year 9, I was always so low and confident. I was always so scared. I was always feeling judged and feeling shy. I wanted to hide away from people, because my mates are there towering over me. My mates are there a few inches taller than me. There's girls taller than me, and the stereotype a boy should be taller than a girl and all that. And I have one really clean memory of this. Like, apart from all the comments saying you're really small and this or that, I have one really clean memory when I was year 5 or 6. And there was a girl I liked. I kind of went up to her and I kind of approached her about it. And she was like before she said anything, she was like, I want to test your height. And I remember calling it a height test to even get a girl. And I felt, this is what I have to do to get a girl. Then what am I doing wrong? Like, I see mates getting girls for the fun of it, and there's me just struggling. And it hit me so hard that it made me want to change. It wanted me to be different. I went home crying to my mum before. I came into school where I was hiding behind people, because I was like, I don't want this. I'm walking past in secondary school people so much taller than you, scouts so much taller than you. It was so hard to deal with. But as soon as I hit the gym, I felt that was my break. I thought that was my breakthrough. This is what I need to do. Because if you can't stand out being tall, stand out being strong, stand out being healthy, stand out having a good physique, stand out with your lifestyle. And that's what I've done. I'm stand out for motivation, for physique, for all those kind of things. And it's not being vain or cocky. It's being telling facts. Like, if people want advice, they come to me quite often. And I love that, because instead of being that small, skinny, anorexic, small guy, I'm this now small, confident, good physique guy who people come to, and I have a fair few girls trying to talk to me, even though I have a girlfriend and that. And I find that is the thing. Like, if you get rid of that old you and create that new you, people have a whole new opinion on you. Kind of thing. People will change their whole opinion on you. They will instantly kind of want to now accept you and kind of want to know you more. And some people would argue that's a bad thing just because you change something. But I'll argue it's a good thing, because it's showing they want to get to know you more now. And the fact that I have a good body in that has created so many opportunities for me. And I wouldn't have this body if it wasn't for the anorexic being anorexic, or if it wasn't for being small. So I feel those two kind of stories are so key to my life and where I am now.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so, I think one of the things that, as I hear you talk and share those two stories, one of the things that was clear to me is the things you could change, you changed. The things you could not change, you didn't worry about it and focus on it, your height. You couldn't change that. So you focus on other things that were positive and other things that help you go along and help other people. And I really love that about you.
Yeah, thank you. So like for years, it takes years sometimes. And I'm not going to hide and cover up to you guys. Like within one night, suddenly I could flick a switch and be this new person. It took months and years of crafting and working hard and becoming a new person. And I'm proud of it because so many people just give up after the first week and go, this isn't for me. So many people give up and go, I'm always going to be small. I'm worthless. I can't do this. I can't do that. But if you say to yourself, I can do this. If you wake up going, I will do this. If you wake up going, I'm going to do this, you're going to achieve. You're going to become successful. Going back to the successful people, all of them have overcome things. If you look at Kevin Hart, he's 5'4". Yeah, he's one of the most famous people out there.
Right.
His physique is a standout. And not to be racist or anything, but black people probably do find it a lot harder with kind of this, with the race. This world is so racist nowadays.
Right. Yeah.
That he stands out even more because he's 5'4" and he's black. He's gone through so much that he's there, and I have huge respect for him. I love the guy.
Yeah.
I literally respect what he's gone through to achieve what he has. And that is a sick world today. They're so racist and so harsh that people feel so low about themselves. They always will, because of comments about your skin colour, because of comments about your height, because of comments about your weight, because of comments about your nose or your teeth or whatever. And this world is so cruel with that. But if you change the things you can change, then you're going to go places, and not dwell on the things you can't change, because those things, they're just negativity. Keep the positivity and get rid of the negativity.
Yes. This is Lewis. His IG tag, again, is Lewis Fitness Gains on Instagram. And so, Lewis, if we can just say, people heard stories. I think people are motivated. I'm fired up by you. This incredible motivation. If one person had something, they're going through something, they want to change, they want to overcome their insecurities, they want to overcome the negativity, and they're sitting there saying, I really want to change. What are one or two things you can tell them to do right now as we leave them? What is one or two things that you can tell them right now that they can do to start this process of making a change?
Firstly, I feel just sit down, write 3 things that you're not happy about yourself. Then sit down and write 5 things you are happy about, because those positive things will overtake those negative things. Think about the fact that we're just alive right now, how beautiful that is to be alive right now. There's some crazy stat there's 1 in 8 chance more of winning the lottery, some crazy stat like that. And just kind of embrace what happens, because at the end of the day, you're always going to have a positive outcome, whether it's a negative situation. There's always going to be the positive and the negative. So that's like the first thing, just write a few things down. And secondly, just be the best version of yourself. Just go to sleep and think, I'm going to do this, I'm going to care for people. Because if you care for people, people will care back. There's a saying goes, you treat people how you want to be treated.
Right.
So if you just treat people well, then people will treat you well back, most likely. Or most people will. And if you just start being positive, people will be positive back. And that's one thing you do. Like, if you're negative towards people, people are going to be negative and say hateful things back. As soon as you start being positive and complimenting that, they're going to compliment you back, and it will get rid of that negative mindset. I found being positive was the one thing that helped me through. Just creating a new mind, and the way of doing that is writing things down, saying why you value yourself so much, and think about the potential. If you have a hobby, think about how good you are at it, and think about why you want to do it. Just think about keep working and keep positive, because you get what you deserve at the end of the day. Some people don't agree with that, but I personally do believe you get what you deserve. Good.
That's some good stuff, Lewis. Hey, I really appreciate you joining me today. I know it's been a long time coming. I'm fired up and excited. You have a lot of good energy, a lot of positivity. And so thank you, my friend.
Cheers, Rodney. Cheers, mate.
And I just want to finish up with saying a couple things. Look, we are all in this together. What I mean by in this, I mean this life, this world, this journey that we have. And so the whole premise of us being a community of human beings, a community of people, is we want to lift each other up. We want to be in a community to where we help your fellow neighbor. And I know there are things that happen, like one person's working harder than the other, and so there's laziness and all these other things that kind of stop us from that. But at the bottom, at the very least, let's encourage one another. Let's be positive to one another. You see, when we focus all our energy on making our new selves and making ourselves different than we were in the past in a positive way, whether it be fitness, whether it be attitude, whether it be mindset, whether it be Good Samaritan, whatever it is, let's strive for that. Imagine how much work you can do. And it's a lot easier than being negative, than being a troll on social media. So my encouragement for you guys, continue to do what you do, spread positivity. Please check me out on all my different platforms. You can definitely find me, and looking forward to doing my YouTube. So you can go to my YouTube channel. I will have links around there, or you can go to my IG and get links. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for joining the Rodney O Podcast.